Well, hello peeps, it's the Hillbilly Halfwit. How are you today? Uh, just want to say I've done my interview with Sonia Poulton today and really went well. Lady is definitely on our side. Um, got my point over. My microphone wasn't working 100% for some reason, but when you listen through your earphones, it's perfect. So don't know what was going on there, but she's really on our side. Fair play to her. So if you want to go onto Sonia Poulton's page and click on her radio show this morning, I'm on at the start, about 5 or 10 minutes in for 10 minutes. So really grateful to her letting me put my opinion across. So what we're going to talk about today is I've got myself in a bit of bother again and upset some of these YouTubers yesterday. So it does make you laugh. Sometimes you just got to say the truth, really. Now, it's nothing personal, but here is my opinion. I'm not going to mention their channels today. Here is my opinion on what's going on. It's just my personal opinion, and before anybody says it or they say I'm jealous, I'm not jealous at all. It does not interest me in one bit. People don't understand money doesn't interest me at all. All I'm thinking about is helping the farming community. That is it with these videos I do about this subject. So what I was talking about yesterday is, what upset me was some of the people mentioned totally ignored our Welsh protests 12 months ago when it was the time to do it. And remember, these people are, as I mentioned in them videos yesterday, are attached quite closely to the Farmers Union. And that was a big problem for us Welsh farmers because it was an active decision by the farming unions not to support it from England. Now, if you think I'm wrong, you go and have a look. Now, I think the farming press are using these big YouTube platforms against us, normal folk, normal farmers who don't have a lot of ground. There's a certain few who are affiliated to supermarkets, really affiliated with the farming press, and their channels have got very big by the press promoting them all the time. I like their channels, I really like enjoying the channels, but I don't like the way that certain things are being promoted against the rest of the farming community. It's been looked down on as if you're a normal farmer now and you're not running around in some 100 grand tractor. That is what's happening. No, sorry about the noise of the leaves if it's here. That's what I don't like. The promotion of farming is from one section and one section only, the sustainable section, and they won't say anything bad about the people promoting them because they know it affects their channels. That's why I brought it up. Now, I always get a bit of flack because I'm the only one that seems to be bothered to say anything about it. They're all scared. I don't give a shit of what size channels they are. I don't mean nothing to me. I say what I think and that's it. Now, all their content is brilliant, but most of it is unrealistic for the normal folk. Normal guy with his 250 acres to 1,000 acres farm is struggling. Like I say, there's lots of brilliant channels out there, don't get half the exposure. Dove Farms is one of them. I always say, that guy is fantastic. He could grow anything. If they want to send somebody to the moon to grow stuff, there's the guy to contact. He understands farming more than most people. But the people that get promoted are, in my opinion, lots of bullshitters. Now, that's in my opinion. Now, I seem to have got people a bit upset, some of their fanboys, but I don't care. It doesn't make any difference to me because I'm a happy person. I do these videos. As soon as I turn this camera off, I'm a happy person and it doesn't affect me at all. Do I care that they... Well, there's an old saying that when you're over the target, people start shouting, don't they? That is what has happened. I have actually got over the target, opened the bomb bay doors, let the bombs go, and it's landed right on the target. And these people who are creating, because I've had a go at them, realise I've hit the target smack on. That's what the real problem is. So if you don't know, if you're just following me now, you'll realise that the YouTube community, farming community, is all like a clique. And they're all like a band together. And they expect you to toe the line, you know, to be a buddy-buddy thing. That don't fucking work with me, because I don't do that. If you don't toe the line, they're all in contact with each other, having the little parties, which is fantastic for them and for where they carry on. But I don't believe in it. If you're actually trying to do something for the farming community, you don't need to be attached to the farming establishment. And they are controlled opposition, in my opinion. Now, the real thing that's happening in farming is that we've got basically a net zero cult in charge of our country now. And academia, and how can I explain it? I've explained it so many times. These people have created a new religion, and they have no, what's called, in reality, to be honest with you. That is the problem. Now, they got into positions of power because I think there was a bit of a coup on our last government, and now they're being run by the civil service and they have to do as they're told. Now, all the farming press, in my opinion, are attached to the civil service, and you'll notice everything they do is just 2 weeks before something's going to happen, when nobody can do anything. It's just a false promise, and they're not really there to support farming, I don't think. They're there to steer it where it wants to go. And that's why you see all this sustainable thing on everything. I haven't bought the Farmers Weekly for 20 years, nor the Farmers Guardian. It's bum fodder, in my opinion. So with the death duties thing, that is so severe for farmers now. When I did this, my father died a few years ago. It was a hell of a, what's called, time, because I didn't know what was going to happen. And I think then the limit was 370,000, I think. So the limit has gone up to 1 million, but then they brought the limit from above down. And that's going to bring lots more people into it. So like I say in one of the vids before, if you've got a 500-acre farm, just talking about the ground now, not your house, you are going to have to pay 100. Yeah, so first 100 acres is free. Next 100 acres will be £100,000 for each acre, for each 100 acres. So 400,000 you'll have to pay for a 500-acre farm. That if you've got a house that's worth $1 million, you'll have to pay 500,000, because that will take all your first $1 million up. If you've got machinery, the same sort of thing. All your savings are going to be brought into it, and they're actually targeting trusts in this as well now, so it's harder to hide it. From what I read, that if you get targeted by this now, they give you 10 years to pay it. So say you had a 500-acre farm and they targeted you for 400,000 death duties, you've got 10 years that you can pay it for. Well, that's just a loan, isn't it? As far as I can see. What happens if another person dies in the process? What the hell? You know, you're going to have double, aren't you? If another family member dies, who's in charge? It's bizarre. It really is going to crucify farming, and I feel sorry for everybody. I stick up for all farmers of all sizes. And I know some people get their knickers in a twist about it, but I think the farming press are using certain farmers on YouTube against the rest of us, because the public only see this massive expense. this new stuff everywhere. They don't see the reality. The reality is most farmers are struggling. There's a big percentage of people who are doing well. They get promoted on the Farmers Weeklies and things. And everybody else below is looked on as a fucking moron. But we'll still be there after it all. And I think some of these people who didn't support the protest originally last year will be ruined the day they didn't, because I think they thought there was going to be some nirvana going to happen when Labour got into power, and they believed it all. The reality is Labour, especially Welsh Labour, hate the indigenous Welsh farmers. And in England, they hate farming. And we've got a nut zero cult in charge of the country. That is the reality. So if I upset a few people yesterday, I don't care, to be quite honest with you. When you're over the target, the ones that are squeaking are usually the ones you were trying to hit anyway, so they'll have a go at me. I don't care. It's like water off a duck's back. So go and have a look at my Sonia Poulton interview. You'll see exactly what I talk about on there. Went over really well, and go and subscribe on her channel if you don't mind. Okay, and subscribe on mine. All the best, Gas.